Hi, and welcome back to Neisha Cuisine. My name is Neisha, and I hope you all had a fabulous week. On our next journey throughout the Caribbean, we are doing 6 Kitts and Nevis national dish. The combination of fresh veggies and freshly caught fish that these islands provide leads to the creation of the national signature dish of stewed saltfish with dumplings, spicy plantain, and breadfruit. But remember, the first thing always to do at Neisha Cuisine is always wash your hands. I am just loving all of these different creations from the different islands. This is like, so in step 1 of we're doing stewed saltfish. This is to soak the saltfish overnight, which I already done soak the saltfish overnight, and we're gonna boil the saltfish until tender for 20 minutes. So we're gonna drain out the water. And you're gonna get a tongue, or you're just gonna place it into the saucepan. So we're going to go ahead and let this boil for 20 minutes. So once that's boiling, next we're going to prepare is the spicy plantains. And for this we have plantains, grated ginger, grated onion, oil, salt, and chili powder. So as it says here, to combine all the ingredients in a bowl, toss until mixed, fry in batches until golden brown, and cook. We can get our bowl, one of our spatulas. We can just toss everything inside. I'm just gonna give them all a mix up. This is gonna be very spicy. I can tell you guys, this really smells really well. So we're going to go ahead and set this aside, because once the dumplings is boiling, we are going to fry this with the dumplings. So we're going to set this aside, and then we're going to prepare to do the dumplings. So now we are ready to prepare the coconut dumplings. So we have oil, salt, coconut flakes, whole wheat flour, water, and butter, and we're going to combine all together, mix, and then knead for 2 minutes. Water should be coconut, the oil, some salt, and then you're gonna add in the butter, and then the water. Go ahead and give this a mix. Make sure everything is incorporated. So after that, mix this up and knead this for 2 minutes, then I'll be right back. So after we knead the dumpling for 2 minutes, we're going to roll them, and then we're going to put them in the saucepan to boil for 15 minutes. Get some going here, rolling. You roll it to your desired shape, that's what it said. So we can do some long ones. I haven't done long ones in a while, so I'm just going to do some long ones. Just put them on your plate. So I'm going to go ahead and roll these, and when I'm finished, we'll be right back. So after you roll the dumplings to your desired shape, we're going to put them in to boil for 10 to 15 minutes. Everything is just smelling up. Oh shoot. So now after we put them in, we're going to put the cover back on, and now we're going to strain the saltfish. So we're going to let these boil for 15 minutes. We off the saltfish, got the colander there, and we're going to strain the saltfish. Go ahead. So we're going to take out the root bone and flake the saltfish, and then we'll be right back. So after the 15 minutes, the dumplings is finished, so we're going to remove them from the water, and we're going to rest them one side, and then we're going to start on the saltfish. We still have the plantains to fry, and then the breadfruit. Oh, these dumplings smell really good. So once we have all the dumplings out, we're going to rest these one side and cover them, and then we're going to finish up the rest of the stuff. So we're going to do the saltfish and the plantain at the same time. So it says here for the saltfish, heat oil in a large pan, add peppers, chives, onion and garlic, cover and cook on lower heat for 5 minutes and stir constantly. So we're going to add in our onions. Chives, our onions, and our garlic. So we're going to stir these all in. Make sure they all get combined, and then we're going to cover these down for 5 minutes. So we're getting ready to fry the plantain. Right, these are just smelling up good. So we're going to fry the plantain until golden brown, and then we are going to put it on tissue and let it drain once we're finished. So once finished fried, we'll be right back. So now we have to turn it to medium heat and add the tomatoes in. Just give this a little stir. Just mix in everything. And then once we let that do, we're going to let this simmer here for 3 minutes. So now we add saltfish, butter, salt and pepper, and cover the stew and simmer over lower heat for 5 minutes. So we add in salt and pepper. Saltfish. And now the butter. Mix it up, and then we're going to let it here simmer for 5 more minutes. Once everything incorporates, we're going to cover it and let it sit for 5 more minutes. And once this is finished, we're going to start on the breadfruit. So after 5 minutes, this is how the saltfish stew looks, and this is the seasoned, the spicy plantains. So we are going now to prepare ourselves to do the breadfruit. So we're getting ready now to do the breadfruit. So we have to melt butter in a heavy pan over medium heat, then add oil, add onions and cook for 8 minutes until golden brown and stir often. So we get our butter going. Melt down the butter. Once the butter is melted, then we're going to add in the oil. Just stir it around all over till once it's melted. Okay, and now we're going to pour in our oil. And then we're going to put in the onions. And we're going to let this saute on medium heat for 8 minutes. Then after that, we'll be right back. So after 8 minutes, now we're going to add the garlic and the chopped peppers. And then we're going to saute this for 1 minute. So we can go ahead and let this saute for 1 minute and then we'll be right back. So now we're going to add in the breadfruit, the chicken stock, and the salt and pepper. So then after we add in all of that, we're going to stir and combine everything. And we're going to just let this do for 1 more minute, and then from here we're going to get ready to plate. So here you have it: stewed saltfish, coconut dumplings, spicy plantain, and breadfruit. Let's go and we're going to taste everything. I'm like loving the breadfruit. It's really nice. Have a taste of the dumpling. You can taste the coconut. It is really nice. Ooh, got a little kickback from the plantain. Wow, I'm just loving thick cakes and Nevis. I loved it. Thank you all for watching Neisha Cuisine. Like and subscribe till next time. Until